The Dream Big Award is for someone who has made an impact on the Quincy Public Schools and the Quincy Public Schools Foundation. I was not surprised at all when Carson was nominated for this award. He deserves it. There's many deserving people, but Carson is one that truly deserves to be honored by the Quincy Public Schools Foundation.
I don't know if there is a nicer person on the planet. He is so kind and so patient and so generous. He's one of a kind of guy, just super, super sweet.
He grew up in Quincy probably from the age of, he was born till, I don't know, roughly when he was 14 years old. And Carson was a marvelous, completely marvelous swimmer as a kid. And I think maybe that's the first place where I met Carson, was swimming for the Quincy Country Club swim team. And he came to, I think, really love and appreciate Quincy.
This was his heritage. This was where he was born. This is where he grew up. This is where his extended family was. I mean, he's done so much for the community. He's done so much for the school system. There's just a kindness and gentleness about him, and obviously generosity.
He was the first person to ever endow a circle. So that was a wonderful day for all of us. We had just started the program, and he was the first person that we thought to bring in because his parents had been teachers and very much honored his parents. Carson starting the first circle and subsequently many circles and a bench has been tremendous for the Quincy Public Schools and the foundation.
He's not even technically a graduated alumni, and yet he's making this impact back here in Quincy. It's just that important to him that he continue that for the school district where his parents taught.
Carson doesn't put himself first because it's not really about him. It's not about the Walden family. It's about the school system. That's why he does it.
In the last 5 years, the circles that Carson has created have impacted thousands of children. In fact, every single child in the school district in any one of our schools has been impacted by Carson's generosity.
As public school, we are limited with funding. We want to offer our students the world, and we want them to have every opportunity available to them. We think we do a pretty good job as far as offering, great arts program, great music, great athletics, great academics in the classroom. But there's always that something more that the students can learn from and benefit from as QPS students. That's what these Circle of Investments do for our students.
Quincy High has done marvelous things in academics, marvelous things in sports and music, in leadership, and I think continuing to support that is really important, and Carson shows that.
Carson is such a caring person, and he is always caring about others, and so when he creates a circle, it's about somebody else. It's been about his parents, his grandparents, and his friends.
Carson, just out of the blue, told us that he would like to have an investment circle named after our family. And to have him do that obviously was extraordinary. And when you see what Carson is willing to do and how generous he is, it makes you want to be generous.
Carson's honoring my grandparents with the circle was so touching. I think he's done that for several families that have been involved in education, but also just been those helpful hands in the community. And it's such an honor and a legacy to have something named after you that will live on well past you. And I think it's just very special to have something named after you.
When Carson named a circle after the Oakley family, I was completely blown away. And when I indicate that he's kind of a person of leadership, that's it. He could have said, well, maybe you should donate, but he kind of leads by example. He does a circle and makes a donation, and that kind of encourages other people to join in.
I really credit Carson for opening that door for so many people, including myself, to live generously.
I know that we do circles of investments in specific dollars, yet I don't know that you can measure the impact that someone has on others' lives in dollars. And that certainly is not Carson's intent. His intent is to give them meaningful experiences that they can carry with them for a lifetime.
I know that Carolyn in Houston would be super proud of Carson's humility, his generosity, and the fact that he's giving back.
His manner, his gentleness, his kindness, I can't get away from those terms.
I'd never met anybody like him, and it's just such an honor to know him.
He does not want the recognition. He is not one that seeks that out, but he is definitely one that we should be celebrating. He makes a difference every day.